So my name's Scarlett Lewis. I manage a 900 cow dairy farm in the beautiful Waikato. I'm pretty lucky to be here for 9 years and I really love what I do. I just liked the lifestyle. I sort of, all my friends, their parents were on dairy farms, and so when I'd go around and stay with them, I'd always be like, oh, can I come out on the farm? Can I come out on the farm? And my friends used to get really pissed off with me because I'd go and hang out with their parents on the farm and not hang out with them. And then I sort of, got into relief milking, did a bit of relief milking, and finally found somebody that would take me on as a 17-year-old farm assistant and worked my way up from there. I love working with animals. I was born to work with the animals. When I left school, I sort of studied a little bit of vet nursing. I got accepted into vet school, but I decided that wasn't for me. I like to be out on the land and I like to have these views, and yeah, I just really enjoy working with animals. Is probably my favourite part about farming, yeah. And I got accepted and my boss said, oh, I don't really want to lose you, and so he let me stay, and he's let me be an AB technician as well. So I did my training in AB, and I get to spend a bit of time off farm going to other people's farms and looking at their setup and their animals and sort of stuff like that as well, which is really cool. I work part-time for the vets and I do AB and help out on other people's farms on my days off where I can, and people think I'm crazy, but you just love it once you're in it and you get going, and it just becomes natural really. Definitely nurturing the animals is probably my favourite part about it, yeah. So the cows come into the shed sort of in about the same order every day. You get your best mates and they all hang out together and sort of stuff like that. Definitely have your pet cows, and they're the ones that have, a bit of personality and they're sort of probably a bit naughty, but those are the ones that you build the relationships with. When they've got a bit more character, they sort of stand out from the rest, I suppose. I love my jerseys. Everyone gives me assholes about my jerseys, but no, I really love my jerseys. I suppose it's a bit easier for me because I'm a female and I'm not as strong as other people as well. Picking up calves is easier, and when you sort of got a cow down with milk fever, you can sort of manoeuvre it more so than a big fatty Friesian or something like that. So everybody says that jerseys sulk, but I think, if you mistreat animals, they're going to sulk. So I rear my own bulls, so they're with me from about this high until they're about this high, so they get used to you. They're all talk, Jersey bulls. They like to talk to you, but then they come up to the fence and they'll talk to you, and they talk a big talk, but they can't walk the walk really. It's the Angus you got to watch out for. Now this is my baby. This is absolute luxury. We did have a old Massey Ferguson and we're in the market for a new tractor, and we sort of looked around and wasn't going to go for something green. Test drove this from Power Farming and I just thought it was absolute luxury. But when I hopped in this, it just felt like home. It sort of felt like you were sitting on your couch, but it was really comfortable, and like the aircon and the radio and the heater and all that sort of stuff. Cab with a sunroof, like you drive to town and people go, man, you look good in that. It's absolute luxury. Absolute luxury. To learn how to drive as well, it's fairly simple. There's not a lot of high-tech stuff in it. Well, in this one there isn't. To learn how to drive a tractor, I'd definitely put somebody in this. When you go to town and you pick up 10 tonne of fert and you're coming back home, you can't feel it. You cannot feel it on the back. It's just so smooth, and yeah, the gears chop and change, pretty much naturally. It's not like you're jerking like in another tractor sort of. I suppose I think I like the look of it as well. It's real easy to drive. It's so comfortable to sit in, and like when my mates come out and they're like, oh, what are you doing today? And I'm like, oh, I'm spreading fert, or doing something in the tractor. I'm like, come and sit with me. There's a seat there, come and sit with me. And they're all real happy to come in and sit in there, and you can get your music going, and you sort of get into your groove of it. I can't fault it, eh? Like, I really don't have anything bad to say about the Deutz. Everybody sort of says to me, oh, you drive a Deutz, and I'm like, it's luxury, like it really is. I have a real good relationship with people at Power Farming. They go absolutely above and beyond for us, they really do, the boys in at TA. So Scotty, who lives up the road, he'll come out here, before he goes into the workshop if there's anything wrong. And Mike, the salesman, he's great. Like, you ring him up for anything and they're out here pretty much straight away. Not that we have any problems with it though. with servicing and all that sort of stuff, they're really good. And you know, like when things get busy on the farm and it's sort of like servicing a tractor or any kind of machinery is something that slips the back of your mind, they'll ring you up and say, hey look, we think you're due for a service, can you come in or can we come out? And usually we're a bit busy and they'll come out and do it, no worries. I think where there's a will, there's a way. If you want to do it, anything's possible. Anything's possible if you want to do it and you put in the work and you put in the time, anything you put your mind to, you can do. Definitely not that long ago I went into town and there was sort of like roadworks and stuff, and they'd lined up all these cones on the road and I had the fat spreader on the back and they were all looking at me like, oh, you're a girl. And I'm sure they were waiting for me to hit a cone, and it was the truck in front of me. There was a truck and trailer unit in front of me and they smacked over a few cones and I just drove out of there and I thought, man, I'm the man. I didn't even hit one cone. And you know, you get in and out. A lot of people have told me that, or you're not strong enough, or sort of, you don't look like a farmer. You know, like when I go into town, people go, oh no, you're not a farmer, when you do your hair and your makeup and sort of stuff like that and you're wearing nice clothes. And I'm like, oh, well, you know, whatever, that's what I do every day, that's what I love. Sort of used to, before I got sort of been here for a few years, have contractors and that come out and they sort of like, they come into the farm and they walk past you and they go to walk up to one of the workers that is male and a little bit older than me, and they go, hey, what's going on here? And they go, oh no, that's the boss over there. And I'm like, hello. I said hi to you when you walked in. But to be fair, don't have that anymore because the majority of contractors and people that we deal with, they know me, Yeah, there's a lot of bad stuff in the media about farming, and it really annoys me because in any job, you're going to get people that don't do it well, and you're going to get people that don't enjoy it, and you're going to get people that aren't happy to be there. And there is farmers that are passionate about what they do, very, very passionate, and they are very good at what they do. And I think the media probably needs to showcase these people a little bit more. And what you see in the media currently is all the negative stuff about farming and people that are getting fines for doing wrong. And yes, they should be penalised for that. But there are people out here that are passionate and that do it properly and do it to the best of their ability. And I want to showcase that. I really do, because I think, you know, working on the land and working with animals is so important, and it's a big thing in New Zealand. You know, like when COVID struck, farmers were the ones that kept coming. They were working every day. You know, you get your sheep and beef farmers that produce your woolen socks and your woolen beanies and that for it when it starts to get cold, and they're the ones that are out there doing the hard work. We don't sit in an office and we don't decide, oh, it's cold or it's frosty or it's snowing today or something, we're not going to go to work. If it's raining, hailing or shine, we have to be at work, you know. I think that's what the cool thing about farming is that you always have something to get up to in the morning, you know. Even if you're down and out and you're feeling a little bit shit, you've got something in the morning to get up to. You've got cows relying on you to get up, and staff and all the rest of it, and you create so many jobs in the farming industry, whether it be vets and, you know, in the meat works, whether it be salespeople, whether it be mechanics, electricians, plumbers. You know, we provide jobs for quite a few people, which is really cool.